None of the Shah's comments raised hackles like his blast at the American Jewish lobby. Its influence, he claimed, went all the way to the top.
Surely, Your Majesty, you're not telling me that the Jewish lobby in the United States pulls the strings of the presidency.
This is an old video from 2017, but it is highly relevant today. As events unfold in Gaza, we need to think about the fakes that are surrounding us. It's all theater. I was just back from Iran and totally disillusioned. Were any of these Muslim anti-Zionist countries for real? Don't get me wrong, I meant real people, good people. But there was something very wrong. I was to work in Iran, in Tehran, with government analysts at the Persian Gulf Study Center. They were great guys. Mr. Parsipal was the head. I love those guys. They agreed Iran had to cease with the flag stomping and goose stepping and focus on Jewish racial and religious supremacism and how they were a cyber technology juggernaut, and they were into all the critical infrastructure, particularly of the United States. But no matter how much we agreed, nothing seemed to happen. The same went for the Arab world. I've worked with Arabs extensively. Everybody agrees. I've met professors in Lebanon, been all over the place, Malaysia. Everyone agrees, but nothing seems to change. It's just one big dead baby competition. Iran in particular was very fake. Not the people, their leaders. Not Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, but the then Iranian Foreign Minister Zarif spent most of his adult life in the United States, and eating all those chocolate eclairs at Chatham House can explain some things perhaps. Maybe then President Rouhani getting his PhD in Scotland on Sharia law. I mean, that's where you go to do your Sharia law PhD in Scotland, of course. And then spending 6 years with Jack Straw and Lord Levi explains some things. You hang with those two, you are one step down from Lord Jacob Rothschild himself. Literally, we put that everywhere. Not a single one of the online whores would touch it. But why dwell on such matters when you can keep the narrative simple and focus on the Allah Akbars, those bushy beards and fist shaking in the great game, the great banking cartel employee theatrical game. When I went after Putin in Iran and the various Muslim extremist groups around the world, I went from $500 a week to 50 overnight. Now you know how the Putin hordes are controlled. Just money. In that, they are worse than Hitler. Because Hitler never did it for the money. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to rethink everything. We need to ask questions about selling drugs, buying weapons, and then having dead baby competitions over whose suffering is greatest is simply not working. We need to free the occupied territories, not of Palestine, but of the United States. Free the United States. Free the world.
None of the Shah's comments raised hackles like his blast at the American Jewish lobby. Its influence, he claimed, went all the way to the top.
Surely, Your Majesty, you're not telling me that the Jewish lobby in the United States pulls the strings of the presidency.
Not entirely, but I think even a little too much, even for Israel interests.
You think the Jewish lobby in the United States is too powerful for the interests of Israel?
I think so. Sometimes they are disserving the interests of Israel because they're pushing around too many people.
Why would the President of the United States pay attention to that lobby?
They are strong.
Strong in what sense?
They are controlling many things.
Controlling what?
Newspapers, medias,
Your Majesty.
banks, finances, and I'm going to stop there.
Well, now wait just a second. You really do believe that the Jewish community in the United States is that powerful? They make the media reflect their view of foreign policy?
Yes.
They do not report, we do not report honestly?
Don't mix things, please. I don't say the media. I say in the media they have people. Not the entire media. Some newspapers will only reflect their views, yes.
The New York Times, for instance, is owned by the Salzburger family, who are Jewish. Are you suggesting that the New York Times is biased in its treatment of the question of Zionism, Israel's existence, the United States' relationship with the Arab world?
I will have to put all the articles of the New York Times written on this subject and draw the conclusion. You can put this to the computer and it will answer you.
What you're saying is that, yes, you do believe.
Well, let's wait for the answer of the computer.
Washington Post,
The same.
the networks.
Less.
I must say you are speaking with your characteristic candor.
Yes, if you like. I try to be candid, I have always been.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Bell Tower boy Brendon OConnell, and what an interesting introduction. Did you know that about the Shah? That video's been online for a while. I missed it completely. It's made me look at the Shah in a whole new way. That was 1976, 3 years later, of course, less than 3 years later, he was on the run to the United States. And the Ayatollah Khomeini, in exile in France, took over the country. Wildly popular. Was the Iranian Revolution for real? I'm not just here to stir the pot. We need to address a few issues about what I saw in Iran. I'm going to go as fast and as clearly as possible. War is theatre. We have a theatre going on. It's a World Wrestling Federation show.
Listen to that ovation. WWE Hall of Famer, one of the most decorated sports entertainers of all time, having won 31 championships in WWE. This is going to be just like this Sunday at Survivor Series. Fantasy warfare is going to get real. Pure bedlam here on SmackDown Live 900. Look at this.
Nia Jax is just chucking people right now.
As these combustible elements have blown up in a conflagration. Oh! And Nia Jax goes crashing through the barricade. Oh! Mamma mia, this is chaos.
WrestleMania will no longer define who I am. I'm back, taking souls and digging holes. At this year's Survivor Series, there's no reason to fear failure. Team Raw, better Rest in peace.
On the one side we have the Jewish state, who behave as badly as possible. Have you ever seen them? Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, the Goy are our slaves. The Orthodox and the ultra-Orthodox deliberately provoke, constantly saying the most outrageous things. The IDF is outrageous in their treatment of the Palestinians, slaughtering children like they were ducks, hunting ducks. It seems like, why do they do this? So we have one lunatic on one side, the Israeli state. Remember, it's not the Zionist state, it's the Jewish state. And to the east, Albert Pike, eat your heart out. Third World War, eat your heart out. Morals and dogma, eat your heart out. We have the crazy Islamic state, a caricature. I want to believe it's for real, but I don't anymore. Without question, Ayatollah Khomeini, I believe, is for real, but he was used, he was funded and coddled by the Western intelligence services. Without question. You just saw the video before. The Shah, they're sealing your death warrant. And of course, they got a strong man in power. They always put a strong man in. I mean, who else also came from France? Think about that. I'll give you two other revolutionaries who went to France. Mao Zedong and Ho Chi Minh, trained at the Communist Training School in Paris. We're going to look into that in a second. You're beginning to get it yet? You're going to see some things about Iran you may not know. There's been talk about them being a Freemason hangout, and to be honest, that's what it's looking like. Does that mean that the people, even at the top of the revolution, are sincere? I believe they were sincere. I believe Adolf Hitler was sincere, but he was still funded by the same people. I believe Joseph Stalin was sincere, still funded by the same people. I believe Saddam Hussein was for real, still funded by the same people. And I believe the Ayatollahs and the mullahs in Iran, Shia Iran, are also for real and still funded by the same people. War is theatre. We need a war, or at least an appearance of a war.
We can't afford a war.
We're gonna have the appearance of a war. But he can't pull it off without Hollywood's top producer.
Do I know you?
We have some mutual friends in Washington.
Why come to me?
We want you to produce.
You want me to produce your war?
Not a war, it's a pageant. We need a theme, a song, some visuals. We need, it's a pageant.
New Line Cinema presents.
How close are you to this?
What do you want the kid to say?
All the spectacle.
I know we're all concerned for the president.
I know we're all concerned for the president.
I know that we are all concerned for the president.
He didn't sell the line.
All the drama.
The president's gonna go to war with Albania in about 30 minutes.
Albania's hard to run.
These are chips.
We need it for the arm position on the screen. It'll be a kitten. We'll punch it in later, right?
And all the effects of real war.
Okay, put the village behind her.
Give me some sound of screaming.
Without the casualties.
America has seldom witnessed a more poignant picture.
They used the same process with the last Schwarzenegger movie.
You're the man.
When it's cooking, it's cooking.
From Academy Award-winning director Barry Levinson.
When this goes national, I get to put it on my resume?
Actually, no.
What could they do to me?
Take him home to your house and kill you.
Academy Award winner Dustin Hoffman.
This is politics at its finest.
Academy Award winner Robert De Niro.
How would you like an ambassadorship?
That's my payoff. Hell, I just do it for a story to tell.
Oh, no, you couldn't tell anybody.
Listen, I'm just kidding.
No, you couldn't tell
No, it's just it's a pageant.
It's a pageant, that's what it is.
Wag the dog.
When the fit hits the shan, somebody's going to have to stay after school.
If Iran is so smart, if the mullahs are so smart, with their PhDs galore, their excellent education system, if they're so smart, why do they behave like complete idiots? Who runs around going, death to America, death to Israel? It's on their billboards. Outside the mosque in Tajris, death to America, death to Israel. I said to the lawyer, that looks bad, man. That looks really bad. Screaming, stomping on pictures of Trump, stomping on American flags. It's a caricature. This makes Iran look like what? The same as the Jewish state, a bunch of raving lunatics. Theatre, missiles. Lots of missiles, baby. It's like theatre. It's like a game. I'm down by the mosque in downtown Kuala Lumpur, if you didn't know. It's theatre. How beautiful. That is not staged. That is not staged. I hope you can hear that. Allah Akbar, God is great for sure. I'm not here to put Sunni against Shia. I want peace, above all peace, even between Jews, Muslims and Christians. It was Albert Pike who said they'd start a third world war, morals and dogma, Freemasonry. Why is it Iran parliamentary building is a big pyramid? There's pyramids everywhere. They've got a virtual menorah in the Iranian parliament. Why is it the Ayatollah is this dead bone stupid on Jewish religious doctrine? Have a look.
می‌دانیم که حساب جامعه یهود غیر حساب جامعه اونها هستند و ما با اونها مخالف هستیم و مخالفتمون برای این است که اونها با همه ادیان مخالف هستند. اونها یهودی نیستند. اونها یه مردم سیاسی هستند که به اسم یهودی یه کارهایی را میکنن و یهودی ها هم از اونها متنفر هستند.
How could he be that stupid? It's the Jewish state. What does Paul Lyson say? They have Jewish religious symbols on their weapons. Israel has the overwhelming support of Jews worldwide, but you can't say Jew. You can't call it the Jewish state. It's founded on religious principles, the return to the land of our fathers. To ascend, to make aliyah to Israel, what do I have to do? Do I go and see the secular humanist Marxist application bureau? Or do I go and see an Orthodox rabbi? I have to go and see an Orthodox rabbi. What is a rabbi? Well, they are religious. And they follow Talmud. They follow Shulchan Aruch. They follow Zohar, Jewish mysticism. They don't follow the Marxist handbook. They don't follow the Communist Manifesto. So let's quit this crap about the Zionist state. It is the Jewish state. It is founded on religious principles. And that is that the Jew is a supreme being. It has a soul. Only the Jew has a soul, and non-Jews are their slaves, non-Jews are animals. That is their own books. I shouldn't have to tell you this. Someone tell the Ayatollahs, someone tell the mullahs in Iran, someone tell the Iranians to start holding conferences on Jewish, racial and religious supremacism as the foundation for the Israeli state and the Israeli high technology sector. The mosque agrees. The Sunnis get it, the majority Sunnis here in Malaysia get it. That's why Dr. Mahathir Mohamad steered this country for 22 years and made it an incredible, thriving metropolis. Traditional yet modern. Malaysia's paid a heavy price, 2 aircraft for holding 9/11 conferences where Israel was implicated. Spoken out heavily against Jewish banking in 2003, incredible.
The Europeans killed 6 million Jews out of 12 million. But today the Jews rule this world by proxy. They get others to fight and die for them. They invented socialism, communism, human rights and democracy so that persecuting them would appear to be wrong, so they may enjoy equal rights with others. With these, they have now gained control of the most powerful countries, and they, this tiny community, have become a world power.
In Iran, you have to get more like that. If you want to say you're the leaders of the revolution, if you want to say you are the last man standing, which I believed you were. I was a groupie, man. I was an Iran Press TV groupie. After being there, I'm not a groupie anymore. I think you're either one of two things. Incredibly stupid, which is quite possible. I met quite a few stupid people in Australia. You're either incredibly stupid or you're a fraud. It's one or the other. Maybe it's a mixture of both. I always say, don't look at the mullahs, look at the money. Follow the money flows. And the money's flowing into Swiss banks, a lot of Iranians working in Swiss banking, and the German banks. Iran is literally in bed with Swiss and German banking. And it flows like this. I think it's even above Netanyahu. Watch Scott Bennett. Read everything Scott Bennett has ever written, the former military intelligence guy who exposed how Swiss banks were funding ISIS.
Well, Smedley Butler had said war is a racket, and President Eisenhower had said that beware the military-industrial complex. So there's a lot of wisdom that came out of the old days after World War II in the 1950s, which I think encapsulates a lot of the predicaments that we're facing now.
You getting it yet? It runs like this. NATO, arms trafficking, drug money laundering, Swiss and German banks, and war or war theatre. I think it's even above Netanyahu. It's above Rouhani. It's the bankers who rule, not the politicians. It's banking and finance. There's far too many Masonic handshakes going on in Iran. Far too many pyramids. Far too many French revolutionaries. I'm not saying I have the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, but I think we need to stop being Iran and Press TV groupies and start asking why I met so much resistance. The lawyer himself said he had a Jewish mentor back in Georgia, back in Atlanta. He didn't hide anything from me, but they resisted. Why was Iran so resisting exposing Jewish racial and religious supremacism as the foundation of the Israeli state? For God's sake, they're handing ammunition to the Muslim world. What is wrong with you? They're caning you night and day. Do I have to get into the hadiths? 70,000 Jews from Isfahan? Look it up. Something going on. I'm not saying I have the truth, the whole truth, or nothing but the truth. I'm going to wind this up now. You've seen the Shah talk. Interesting, wasn't it? You've seen the Ayatollah. It seems to bend over backwards, and that's their policy to this day. They bend over backwards in a panic. Nutricata, those Talmud true Jews you love getting over, are frauds, are Talmud. They're into the Talmud. They are the enemies of Islam, the enemies of Christ. For them, the Israeli state isn't religious enough. And what do they need Israel for? They already own most of the planet, apparently, according to Jewish activist Israel Shamir. Paul Lawson says it best too. You can never say Jew, because you're not meant to know what it is. If you can't name it, you can't fight it. You can't identify it. That's why they always get you playing word games. Oh, no, you can't say that, say this. Jews will say Jew happily. Jews will say Jewish power happily, but not you. You're not allowed to say it. You've got to say something else, and you've got to get lost in detail, so the point is lost. You've got to say, oh no, I'm not an anti-Semite. Oh, please. We don't have to be on the back foot. They have to be on the back foot. They follow religious books that are so disgusting. It makes National Socialist doctrine look tame. Look tame. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Let's get them on the back foot. And the way you do it is through, stop saying Zionist and start saying Jewish power and Orthodox Judaism. The books of the Talmud, Shulchan Aruch, and Zohar, Jewish mysticism. Some of the stuff in there is so shocking, it makes me cry, it makes me wince that anyone could think they could get away with this. And don't say it's isolated, it's not. Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, their top rabbi, Sephardic rabbi. Horrible things he's been saying about non-Jews for years. That were soulless animals, worthy of death. Come on, man. Chabad Lubavitch, do I have to go into it? It's spreading through their secular academics, Hannah Kasher, quoting from the Book of Samuel, that you can slay everyone and collectively punish the Palestinians because it's in the Old Testament, the Tanakh, the Jewish Old Testament. People love quoting that, and then they say the Christian Bible. No, it's part of the Christian Bible. It's the Jewish Old Testament. But they can't say Jew. You can't identify it. Paul Lyson says it brilliantly. It's like a B-2 bomber. You can't see it, but you sure know when you've been hit. You know, we're a religion, no. We're a race, no. We're ethnicity, no. We're a cultural heritage, no. We're this. They're just chopping and changing all the time. They never want to be put down in concrete what they are, although they believe they're a race, a genetic race, they do. I said to Rabbi David Freilich at my trial, if a Swahili witch doctor converts to Orthodox Judaism, and are they now a member of the Jewish race? And he said, yes. Yes. Well, if a race you want to be, you've identified yourself as a race, that's a very dangerous position to take. I think for ordinary Jews, people who identify as Jewish, if you want to live in peace in occupied Palestine, if you want to make peace with the majority Muslim population and Christians, live in peace, you're going to have to get rid of these Orthodox rabbis and the ultra-Orthodox. You're going to have to come forth and stake your claim and say, I don't agree with that, I want that out of my life. It's evil. Christ called them children of hell, sons of your father the devil. Watch.
Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites all! For you shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. You do not go in yourselves, nor do you let others enter. Blind guides! You strain at a gnat and swallow a camel. You bow before the letter of the law and violate the heart of the law. Justice, mercy, good faith. You are like whited sepulchres, all clean and fair without, but within, full of dead men's bones and all corruption. You see these stones, do you not? I tell you, there will not be left here one stone upon another that will not be thrown down. Yours is a house of desolation, the home of the lizard and the spider. Serpents, brood of vipers, how can any of you escape damnation?
Pretty strong language, man. He didn't say, well, they're a naughty synagogue and they've got a few things wrong. No, he called them children of hell, sons of your father the devil, a brood of vipers. Pretty strong language. I'm going to wrap this up. So let's get all you Press TV groupies and Iranian groupies, I understand I understand the attraction of Iran. They had me pretty much in their pocket till I went there, and then I just went, there is something wrong here. A lot of people warned me for a while. I didn't listen to it. I thought nothing's perfect, no revolution's perfect, but there's something very wrong in Iran. And I'm starting to think it's all theatre. Albert Pike, crazy, not necessarily true, but certainly appearing so. If Iran was that smart, would they have people screaming death to America, stomping on flags, their little parades they have, death to America on billboards? It's adolescent, rebellious, childish. It's pathetic. I mean, that's what I'd do if I was running the show, the Illuminati. If I wanted, like Albert Pike said, to set up a war, Third World War, I'd have the crazy Jews over there, the Jewish state, and I'd have the crazy Muslims over here. The Islamic State, the Islamic Republic. That's how you do it. It's perfect. You know, it's a game. And when you're a multi-trillionaire, it's not a game of chess like you and I play. The whole planet is your chessboard. The whole planet is a big game. I can pay off the politicians, I run military intelligence, I run the special forces kill squads, I've got the B-2 bombers at my disposal. I can funnel through Switzerland and Germany funds so that Iran can develop its high technology. Is Russia in on it? Is Russia for real? I don't know. Maybe Russia's in on it too. They're going to get something out of it. A war. No one's going to get into Iran easily. The only way Iran is beaten, and it looks like it might happen, is through tactical bunker buster nukes. It's the only way. They have hundreds of miles of tunnels. Thousands of ballistic missiles. They're going to have to be hit with bunker buster nukes, and that's what I think they may well have been set up for, unless it's all theatre, or maybe it's partial theatre, but very dangerous theatre at that. These are interesting times, ladies and gentlemen, really interesting times. I'm starting to think it's all a game. You want a war or just the appearance of a war? I think it's a game. I think it's theatre. I think it's World Wrestling Federation. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave that up to you. I'm still not 100% decided. I'm just tossing you another option. Let's not grip Trump. Let's not push him away. Let's not grip Iran. Let's not push them away. Let's keep a little bit of distance and observe, and let's get a bit more objective. We need to push Iran to go after the Jewish state with its foundation of religious and racial supremacism. If they're not going to do it, then we're going to have to draw some heavy conclusions about Iran. We really are. Are they playing the boogeyman? Is it all a game? I'll leave the final word to Lenny of Motorhead. You decide. Ciao for now. Thanks for watching.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control, and if you can take it, all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pain. And who's gonna make it? I am the game. You don't wanna play me. I am control. No way you can shake me. I am heavy debt. No way you can pay me. I am the pain, and I know you can't take me. Look over your shoulder, ready to run like a Cleveland bitch from a smoking gun. I am the game, and I may lose. So move on out. You can die like a fool. Try to figure out what my move's gonna be. Come on over, circle. Why don't you ask me? Don't you forget there's a price you can pay. Cause I am the game and I want to play.
What's going on over here? Donald Trump is in a world he is not familiar with. This is not real estate. This is the WWE. Hey, look at this! Donald Trump! Donald Trump! Oh my God! The hostile takeover of Donald Trump on Vince McMahon has happened at WrestleMania 3. Losing his hair has done the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control, and if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about the pain. Who's gonna make it? I am the game. You don't wanna play me. I am control. There's no way you can shake me. I am your debt, and you know you can't pay me. I am your pain, and I know you can't take me. Play the game, you're gonna be the slave. You're gonna change your name. You're gonna die in flames.